Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? Thank you so much for clicking on my video. It is another weekly weigh-in video on my Mounjaro journey. It is week 38's weigh-in and I just can't believe where the time is going. I hope you've all had a brilliant week. Before we get on with this week's update, I just want to touch on last week's video and thank each and every one of you for all of your incredible support. It was a very emotional update for me, as you saw towards the end of that video. I got a bit teary. I was very overwhelmed. So if you watched that video, if you gave it a thumbs up, if you left me one of your gorgeous comments, thank you so much. I'm in the process of replying to everybody, but so many people have commented. I'm honestly blown away. So please bear with me. Your comments mean so much, and honestly I will reply to each and every one of you. It's just been a crazy week this week here in my house, but yeah, thank you guys. I just couldn't be doing this journey without you all. You are amazing, so thank you so much. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Marcy. I'm 53 years old. I started my weight loss journey using Mounjaro, which is the licensed GLP-1 for weight loss in the UK. So I started that on May the 21st 2024, 38 weeks ago today. And it's just been amazing. Honestly, I've had such a journey. Last week, as I hinted at towards the end of the video, this weigh-in today is going to be my final weigh-in for the weight loss part of my journey, for the intentional weight loss part of my journey. From today moving forwards, I am so happy to say I'm entering the maintenance phase. But yeah, today's update is going to be for the past 7 days, for like my most recent week, my last week on 12.5 milligrams, and we're going to discuss side effects, which there have been a few this week, my weigh-in results, obviously, plans for the future. Going to be looking at my nutrition using the NUTRACHECK app, any exercises I've done. Going to be checking out my weight and all the statistics from my RENPHO scales and app. And yeah, we're just going to have a real lovely update before moving into the next stage of my journey. I'm going to be keeping the weekly updates, the weekly weigh-ins, fear ye not. So anyone that's just starting on their journey, please do stick with me, because I'm still going to be discussing my weight, my goals, my body composition, calories, protein, all the things I've been filming every single week in these updates. They are continuing, and obviously I'm going to be having to navigate maintenance. I've got no set plan. It's going to be very fluid, playing it by ear as we go, seeing what works and what doesn't. But we'll have a chat about that at the end of the video. I think in a couple of days time I will film a video about my plans for maintenance, so keep an eye out for that. If you are new here and you haven't subscribed yet, please do consider subscribing to my channel. If you hit the bell notification and then click to all, you'll be notified every time I upload a video. As well as these weekly weigh-in videos, I film daily vlogs where I share all the food that I'm eating with a nutritional breakdown, all the little life things in between, what I'm eating, cooking, all the stuff. So it'd be really nice if you would join me there, hints and tips, just everything. And there's so many gorgeous people that watch my daily vlogs, comment in the section, leave comments in the comments section, and you all can chit chat and support each other. So it's a great little support community, especially if you're feel like you're on your journey alone and you're not particularly sharing it with anybody in the real world, so please feel this is a safe space. I monitor the comments closely. If I see anything that's not right, they are deleted, gone and blocked. To be honest, it's literally been a couple of times throughout my whole journey. I cannot believe how lucky I am. I don't seem to get any real hate or anything on my channel, which is fabulous. So yeah, I do consider this a really safe space and I monitor it closely. Okay, let me tell you about my starting statistics for anyone that's new, and just as a reminder for those of you that aren't new, that have been here forever. So yeah, it started on the 21st of May 2024. My weight was 13 stone, 12.8 pounds, 194.8 pounds, 88.36 kilos. My BMI was 32.4. I've had 1 pen on 2.5 milligrams, 1 pen on 5 milligrams, 3 pens on 7.5 milligrams, 3 pens on 10 milligrams, and I've just completed 1 pen of 12.5 milligrams. And it's at this point now I am saying, thank you very much. Mission accomplished. I just can't believe I was saying that. I've had such a fabulous week. So yeah, I have got a couple of playlists. I've got my GLP-1 Diaries, which is where these weekly updates are, plus monthly updates. I didn't mention that. So I have monthly updates where we do like trial on clothes, body measurements. I've got a belt that I check like my waist circumference with. It's just all those non-scale victories, less scale focused, more mood focused and positive vibes and all that kind of thing. It's really lovely. I think it's probably like my most popular videos on my weight loss journey. So everyone seems to love the monthly updates. So there's those and my weekly updates are in GLP-1 Diaries. And I've got another playlist called my weight loss and fitness journey. So in there, I've got like my daily vlogs, as I've mentioned, my weekly updates and my monthly updates. So everything is in that playlist. I share supermarket food shops as well, so you can see all the food I'm buying each week. And then if you follow my daily vlogs, you just see how I use that food and eat it and lose weight. So I inject on a Monday. My weigh days are a Tuesday. So last night I had my first injection from my 10 milligram pen, so I'm going back down to 10 milligrams, getting ready for my week ahead and entering maintenance. So this is the first time I've moved down dose. So next week, make sure you come back to see how this week has gone, if I've noticed any difference in my appetite or anything like that. So we'll have a chat about that, see if I've lost any weight, if I've maintained, if I've gone up. Who knows? So side effects this week. Oh guys, honestly, 12.5 milligrams was not the dose for me. I really wasn't a fan. I'm so pleased that is me now done with that pen. I'd been so comfortable on 10 milligrams for like the 3 pens that I was on that, and I felt really good on it. 12.5 milligrams, every week that went by, the suppression was getting stronger. And for me, I'm about appetite control, not appetite suppression. I want to be hungry at meal times. I want to enjoy my food. I want to feel satisfied and probably eat less volume. However, I want to be able to eat a nice amount and have a good amount of calories. I set my goal calories, I say like 1200 to 1500, but honestly guys, anywhere between like 1350 and 1500 is kind of like my real sweet spot. I'm happy round about there. I don't want to be too low on my calories at all. I have had 3 days this week where I really felt uncomfortably full, to the point where I just really wasn't fancying my meals. There was one day I didn't even have my evening meal. I just was like, I just don't want it. I did still manage to have a good calorie intake. I really worked hard at that, but I had 3 very, very uncomfortable days. So I'm so happy 12.5 is done. I did go out on Saturday with my old work colleagues. I haven't been out in so long, so it was really lovely. This is what I wore. Those of you that follow me already would have seen this picture. I cannot believe this is me. I feel so slim. I look so slim. I am slim. And to be able to say that out loud and to myself is really quite something. I'm so happy now in my own skin. Felt a little bit sassy. I felt really, really good. We went out for some food and drinks and things like that. Honestly, guys, I'm just not a big drinker anymore since Mounjaro. Before, I could have sunk a ship. I drank like a pirate. I did enjoy a good drink pre-Mounjaro, and we were out for hours. Like, we went from 12 o'clock lunchtime. I was home at 10 p.m. and I had 2.5 cocktails, 2 vodkas and a glass of wine, which over that amount of time I'm really happy with. It's the most I've drank at all on my whole journey. I left part of a cocktail. I was having soft drinks in between when everyone else was having drinks, and honestly I'd have probably been quite happy not even bothering even having as much as half of the amount. I'd have probably been happy with, but I don't want to seem like an absolute killjoy. But I think in future I just won't really bother that much. I enjoyed my food, and yeah, I managed to eat a reasonable amount of my dinner. But yeah, other side effects I've had, apart from the suppression being really high, not too bad on side effects. However, when I'd been out on Saturday night, on Saturday overnight, from Saturday into Sunday, I did wake up about 4:30, 5 o'clock-ish with a bit of a funny tummy, and I had a little bit of diarrhea, probably from all that sugary cocktails. But it was just like one-off episode. Then I've been absolutely fine since. If anything, my bowels have felt a little bit sluggish this week, but not constipated, just a bit sluggish, you know. And I think I felt like that quite early on in my journey as well, when I had strong suppression. So I think just everything's just kind of been slowing down a bit, just doing what Mounjaro does, you know. But it's, for me, just a little bit too much Mounjaro. What else have I got here? So I think that was like really my main side effects. So I'm really looking forward to hopefully feeling a bit more comfortable this next week on a slightly lower dose. However, I'm not sure how that will pan out yet, how much of that 12.5 is still in my system. So time will tell. I'll update you all next week with that. Let's have a little chat about my calories and nutrition and everything this week, and how things have gone, and also like my little goals that I had been setting. So my calories this week, I have averaged in at 1,440 calories as average over the last 7 days, which I think is a really nice amount, especially considering I'd been feeling so suppressed. So I'm happy that I still managed to eat a good amount of calories. Carbs this week, I was actually quite high in carbs. I dare say alcohol and anything like that hasn't really helped that much, but so carbs was 165.2 grams. My protein was down this week at 69 grams, but working it out as grams per kilo, I do try and get it at 1.2 grams per kilo of body weight. However, I was hitting 1.06 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. So still a reasonable amount, you know, still over a gram per kilo. So I'm happy with that. But I would have just liked it a little bit more. And fiber was my typical poor self at 16.9 grams. But that's okay, you know. Not too sad about that. It kind of is what it is. So yeah, those are my calories and my basic nutrition. Let's get on to the weigh-in results. Exercise wise, I kind of want to have a minimum of 2 workouts a week, but aiming for 3. So I got my workout in on Wednesday, then Friday was just absolutely crazy, guys. So busy that I never got my workout in. Then I was out on Saturday, and Sunday I was absolutely exhausted. So I've actually only managed 1 workout this week, so I am disappointed with that. However, I'm just going to get back on it again this week, and I am really enjoying my exercise. And I think this is part of the thing why I'm now feeling so slim, and it's not necessarily that my scales are moving, but I'm definitely feeling the benefits from exercise, and I do think it's turning me up already and just making me stand better and everything else, which results in me feeling sort of slimmer, you know. So I'm really excited to continue on with my exercise. I'm using the Evolve You app, a few of you have been asking, and I'm following the Strong Lower Body program on there. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So I'll be continuing on with that, like looking at increasing my weights this week. I'm enjoying it a lot, an awful lot. So I'm sad I didn't get it in, but it was just one of those things. It's just how it is sometimes. I've been so sore with my water, a little bit hit and miss. Definitely need to work a bit harder at drinking my water. Sleep, I think I am nailing my sleep. I am lights out, usually between 10 and 10:30, which, considering I used to be a midnight girl, this is really something. And I think I'm waking up less through the night now. I am sleeping a lot better, and I never thought I'd get like this. I think it's just persistence at trying to establish a bedtime routine and sticking to it, even if I'm not necessarily getting to bed thinking I'm not tired. I'm just laying down, shut my eyes, rolling with it, and actually now I'm getting to sleep easier and easier. Good. Oh, talking of sleep, have a little yawn. So yeah, I think I'm sleeping better, and obviously better sleep is associated with better weight loss, reduced cortisol levels, and all of that. So yeah, I'm happy to try and embrace anything I can to help the cause. So yeah, sleep has improved. So I think kind of like things are going relatively well like that. Okay, let me pull up my weigh-in results. I'm going to record the screen and share that with you all so you can see what I'm looking at. I'm so happy again. I just can't help it. I just feel delighted. So let me just get this. Actually, I'll tell you, let me tell you what I am, and then I'll go through these little bits because I can pop a little bit of extra footage in here from my NUTRACHECK app, which goes through like the stones, the pounds and the kilos. So it makes it a little bit easier no matter where you are in the world, because I know like we all use different measurements for weight, don't we? But I am really happy to let you all know I got on the scales this morning. Gosh, at 5:37, I was up very early this morning. My husband was going to work, so I just jumped up on the scales. So this morning I got on the scales, week 38 update, and I am pleased to announce that this morning I have weighed in at 10 stone 3.6 pounds, which means I have had a weight loss of ½ pound this week. So I am really happy because obviously I've had that night out in the middle of that, which I haven't been out really, I don't think much on the journey at all. So I've been out, I've lost weight still, I haven't been in the gym as much, and I don't think I haven't been hitting my protein as much. So I'm really happy, and especially as well because last week I'd kind of called it that I was happy with my weight as I was last week. So yeah, another ½ pound off is really good. So that means yeah, I weigh 10 stone 3.6 pounds. That's 143.6 pounds, 65.135 kilos. So my BMI is now 23.9. I have lost 26.3% of my starting body weight. Yay! It always makes me happy. So total amounts lost since the start of my journey last May, I have now lost 3 stone, 9.2 pounds, 51.2 pounds, 23.2 kilos. I'm like absolutely thrilled. I'm so happy that I think that's absolutely brilliant. So yeah, let me get this screen up here. 2, 1, and there we go, we're recording. So yes, here is the RENPHO scales. So as you can see, 10 stone 3.6. It says I'm 93% of the way to my goal. At the start of my journey, I set my goal as being 10 stone. I think that was a really realistic amount actually, but I did say all the way along that obviously it's just a number that you pluck out of thin air, and really I don't think we want to be a particular weight. I think we want to look a particular way, and so that's the thing to remember. And I think you need to get to the point where when you look in the mirror, you are happy with what you see. You know, I think I've worked really hard on a bit of self-appreciation and a bit of self-love really, and just acknowledging this journey that I've been on, and actually rewarding myself with self-praise. I think it's so important. So yeah, I'm really proud of myself, and I am happy with how I look. So that is brilliant. I am happy to stay at this weight. If my weight goes up but I get smaller, I'm okay with that, you know, like through exercise and things as my journey progresses. But we will be talking about that as we go on, and these are things that we can look at in monthly updates as well when we do body measurements. It's going to be really interesting to follow that part of my journey, I think. So yeah, 10 stone 3.6, and if we scroll down here guys, we can look at the little body composition bit, and if I click on the show more. So what I did this morning, I have rearranged these, so when we look at the graphs later on, it follows in the more logical sort of path. I wish I'd done this at the beginning actually, because I'll show you what I mean. So we'll just run through very, very quickly here. So yeah, weight is down by 0.5 pounds. BMI is down by 0.1. Body fat has gone down 0.1%. Subcutaneous fat has gone down 0.1%. Visceral fat remains the same. Muscle mass is just down ever so slightly, but my skeletal mass percentage is up. Body water is the same. Basal metabolic rate is down a niche. Metabolic age is the same. Protein's the same. Fat-free mass is down slightly. Bone mass is the same. So what I have done here, you can see there that little square that says sort. If you press and hold that, you can then arrange these little boxes in the order that you want to look at them. And this is useful for when you kind of like comparing, or when you're on your charts, or for me in my videos as I discuss things, because often I was saying to you like, oh, my muscle mass has gone down. Oh, but it doesn't matter because my actual percentage of skeletal muscle has gone up, but that bit was further down here, whereas now I've got everything rolling on. So I've got my little fat measurements together, my muscle measurements together, and then like my things to do with my metabolism, like my BMI, oh, big lorry honking, my BMI, my metabolic age, and my protein, which I will be linking together and looking at those together. I've put them together, so hopefully as moving forwards it's just going to be a bit more meaningful to me. So yeah, if you click and hold the sort, you can then jiggle things around and then save it in that order. If we click over to the body composition and press the little right button here, we go here, and then we can have a little look at everything. So as you can see, this has got like the weight breakdown for what makes up our body. And if you look here, it says like my weight is average, all of these things. It still says my body fat is obese. I'm okay with that. All of these biometrics are guesstimated. Obviously it just runs a little electrical current through your feet, so it just makes its best guess. Just use them for looking at trends, so you can see just what your general pattern is, if your things are getting better or getting worse. And don't worry too much about the actual number. A lot of them aren't fully accurate. Obviously you can take your weight and your BMI as being accurate because you've input your height and things, but the rest of the things I'll just take with a pinch of salt. So let's have a look here. So looking across here, so for my weight, you can see there now I am in the green zone. 9 of these markers were out of range at the start of my journey. So yeah, I'm in the green zone for my weight, as I am for my BMI at 23.9. Body fat is still in the red, but we're nearly in the green. So once I can get into that green, I will be much happier. My subcutaneous fat is still classed as high at 31%. Obviously things like your boobs and things like that are going to come into that. And if you've got a good bust, that's subcutaneous fat. You know, it's fat that's on the outside of your body. It has to play a part, surely. My visceral fat, which is fat around my organs, is really good at 7. I want to get that to 6. Say it every week. I'm going to keep on plodding on. Muscle mass is at the top upper half of average. My skeletal muscle, it says, is still in the low. We'll just work on that, but that works at percentage as well, looking at your percentage between fat. So if it says my subcutaneous fat is high, even, you know, that's going to knock off my percentage of muscle. So it's one of those, it's kind of like, it's a bit of a seesaw. So, you know, we shall see. Body water, I am hydrated at last. Basal metabolic rate is really good. That's the calories that I'm burning at rest, which is what I want, which is going to help me be able to maintain my weight loss by burning lots of calories when I'm doing nothing. My metabolic age is 55, which I'm happy with. I am 53, but obviously I'd like to bring my metabolic age down to 54. Then I will actually be 54 in May. But even if that basal metabolic rate stays at 55, then come my birthday, technically I'd have reduced that gap by a year. You know what I mean? So I'll be happy with that. At the moment it's 2 years difference. Let's try and get it to 1 year's difference. Protein is good. Fat-free mass, it just gives you your weight. Bone mass, it gives you a weight. So we'll have a little look at the trends, and we'll look at the graphs for how my journey's been, any ups, downs, and all things like that. Here we go. So if we have a little look on my weight, so you can see here it's just been coming down really nicely. Had that little blip over Christmas, New Year, but other than that, this has just been for the past 3 months. I started off at 13 stone 12.8, even though it says 0.6 there. Now down at 10 stone 3.6. If we look at my whole journey, there is how my graph looks for that. Looking at BMI again, just coming down, a really nice sort of like little graph showing downwards trend. Started at 32.4, now 23.9. And there it is, month by month since the start of my journey. Beautiful curve. These will start to flatten out, I am sure. My body fat, yeah, it was up at 39.8. I'm now at 33.8, so I've dropped 6% of my body fat throughout my journey, so I'm really happy with that. And that's how that's looked over time. So I think it's been pretty good this past month. I think it's been a nice amount considering it's near the end of my journey. So I want to continue to see improvement on this number, on my body fat and the subcutaneous fat. Yeah, so subcut fat, now down at 31%. I'd started at 35.1. Here is the graph overall, and again I think it's been pretty decent this year. I think that's looking pretty good. Visceral fat, so the fat around your organs, started off at 14, now at 7, as if I've even knocked 7 points off that. And that's why I think I feel so slim on the inside now, because I haven't got all that dangerous fat packed around my organs. Looking at my journey as a whole there, you can see how that's been sort of coming down. So yeah, I have dropped down to 7 in 2025, but I want to get it to 6. I want to get it to 6. Muscle mass. So this is all muscle, like smooth muscle, skeletal muscle, cardiac muscle. You can see there it's like I have lost some muscle mass, which you would expect on any weight loss journey. That's, you know, it's absolutely fine. There we are. It shows how that's like the muscle that I've lost there. But I am doing strength training. I'm eating well. I'm eating lots of protein. I'm doing all the things I can to try and reduce my muscle mass loss. Looking at skeletal muscle, my percentage is increasing, so I'm really happy with that. The more I work out, the more body fat I lose, this is just going to improve. So that's brilliant. I just want to see this improving picture. Really important at my age, moving into, you know, this part of my life is so important. There is a real strong link between longevity, strong muscles, you know, and balance. Yes, we'll start talking about balance exercises in my monthly videos, I think, as well. There's lots of things which are gonna keep you fitter and healthier for longer in your life. Good balance, strong muscles, good bones, all these things really, really important. But yeah, you can see there my percentage is increasing. But look at this, guys, how from January, when I've really started doing more exercise, how this skeletal muscle has been improving, how flat that was through December and things. Just, you know, let's look at the whole overall picture. You can see it really kind of like flattened out up until like this year, and that now it's increasing again. So I'm really happy with that. Hopefully that's a little bit of body recomposition starting to happen. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on that and update as we go through the next few weeks and months. And my hydration levels, I am getting a lot better. Still room for improvement, but I am drinking more. But even things like tea, and that still counts, you know, it does still count in your hydration. Obviously water is the best thing you can drink, but I'm really happy drinking tea as well. As long as I'm drinking, and it sort of helps flush through your kidneys as well. All your body's functions work a lot better when you're well hydrated. So yeah, just drink. I was going to say drink as much as you can, not wine or cocktails or vodka. And this is what that looks like over my whole journey. Looking at my basal metabolic rate, so I've lost 4 calories this week, which honestly is fine. Last week I saw that really big jump, and I've been working really hard in the gym, and I'm sure that was really helping, and I'd had a lot of good protein as well that week, so you could really see that I had lifted up. So although it has dropped a little bit this week, if you look at it, I am no worse off than what I was at the start of the year, maybe even slightly better. So actually I'm not mad at that. I think if I look at it, let's look at the old picture, you can see that definitely this year my basal metabolic rate has started to increase. So as long as I can see that trend increasing month on month on month through maintenance, I'm going to be really happy. That's going to mean I can eat more food and maintain my weight. As I start to maybe try and increase my calories as well through maintenance, that should probably also help my basal metabolic rate. That's the plan anyway, so hopefully that will we'll see how it goes. I mean, I've got a lot of reading to do around this as well, and I do like researching things and looking things up and just improving my own personal knowledge. And any little things I find out, I'll probably will chit chat about them here and in my vlogs, just sort of sharing any knowledge or things that I find. But yeah, I find it really interesting. I think this is a bit part of me sometimes that I miss being like working, you know, because obviously I was like pretty highly trained nurse actually. I was very highly trained, and so all those updates and courses and things, I just loved learning about the body and drugs and all the things. So I kind of like, now I'm like feeding that part of me with just like information that I can find out about Mounjaro and things like that, and weight loss and health, and you know, just trying to find as much information as I can, just adopting, like taking little bits of it and bringing it into my day-to-day life, and then you know, while still like having a level of happiness with an enjoyment with my food. You know, yeah, I know exactly what you could eat and all this. I'm not about to make myself miserable by being so focused on macros and punishing myself with grueling routines. I'm not about that life. I'm all about achievable results, and being happy and finding a balance somewhere with all of that. So yeah, I'll share everything with you as I find it, you know, but hey ho. So my metabolic age, as you can see there, I've been stuck for a while. It went up slightly just before January, and then back down again, so thank goodness for that. Overall though, my metabolic age has been coming down at, God, as if I started at like the body of a 60-year-old. Thank goodness I've knocked 5 years off that. That's got to do me good long term. My protein is just sort of increasing. It's sort of been sat the same though this month, but yeah, started down at 13.3%, now 15.1%. Here's my little graph over my whole journey. Fat-free mass has been dropping off, and that's that there over my whole journey. And then bone mass, pretty stable to be fair. I have got good bones, I have good bone density. Yes, I am going to be trying to find a DEXA scan. I'm just really busy at the minute with the house and one thing and another, but it is definitely on my radar about something I want to do. Realistically, when I'm going to get that sorted, I don't know. Might try and have a little look into it this week and see if I can get something booked soon. I'm not sure what the weight is or anything. I'll find out, have a look into it, but I'd quite like to get a DEXA scan now that I'm about to enter, well, no, now that I have entered maintenance from today. So yeah, that's my bone mass, and that's it overall. Not lost very much at all, so I'm pleased to report on that. So those are the trends. As you can see, the little circle around my weight here with a little flag virtually at the top, which should take me down to the 10 stone if I was going to be using that as my goal weight. Realistically, I actually expect to probably hit 10 stone, because I don't think now my weight loss is going to just bang stop. I'm still on a GLP-1, still going to be like working out what dose, if any, I need to be on, coming back down through the doses. So it's definitely going to be just like trial and error, watching and waiting, trying some things, seeing how my body reacts to that. So yeah, but that's it on there. I'll have a little chat about this in a minute. And then if you look at my body fat percentage, it says I am 65% of my way to my goal. I set my goal at 32%, which is what it says is the healthy body fat thing. If if you click on like body fat there, you can see there 32% is where that should be, and I'm currently at 33.8. So yeah, I mean, I'll get there. So let me just switch this screen off and stop sharing that. So yeah, kind of, I've had a few people asking me, I will chat about this in my maintenance, like planning for maintenance video, but I've had a few people ask me if I'm going to be staying on Mounjaro, what dose I'm going to be on, if I'm going to be on it at all. Very loose plans are I'm going to work back down through the doses, see how that goes and how I respond to that. If I start gaining a lot of weight, I'm obviously going to be reassessing that. I'm going to be tracking my calories throughout, so at least then I can see maybe what dose works well, how many calories I can eat, maybe before increase it, you know, before my weight increases, or, you know, I can eat, at the minute I'm trying to eat about 1,500 a day. It might be that, well, actually I can eat 1,700 a day and maintain, or it might be like, oh gosh, I'm eating 1,700 but I'm still losing weight, in which case it's like, okay, let's reduce that dose down to the next dose down, stay on that for a few weeks, I think, see how that goes. If my weight's still coming off, then I might need to reduce dose again. But if I'm getting hungrier, can I increase my calories? You know, if I'm getting hungrier but losing weight, increase my calories. You know, I just honestly don't know how it's going to be. Am I going to be on it forever? I don't know. The thing is, I think so many people keep thinking that Mounjaro is just to make you eat less and then you're going to lose weight. Yes, that's part of it, but we've got to remember all the other functions, all the other mode of actions of tirzepatide, any of these GLP-1s. So it's looking at your insulin production, it's like stabilizing your insulin, it's helping with fat metabolism, it's reducing the production of like ghrelin, you know, which like is what makes you hungrier. So that's like that suppression, so it's making you less hungry. I think it bypasses the leptin part in your brain, which tells you that you're full, which is why you think, oh, I can leave that now, you know, I don't need any more to eat. So it works in lots of different things. It's reducing inflammation in your body. So many, like, it works like on the pancreas, loads of different things. So to say it's just going to make you eat less, that's just the tip of the iceberg. And so really, if I'd been able to lose weight before just by being in a calorie deficit, I wouldn't have needed to go on Mounjaro. And I think that's the bottom line. I tried everything before and I just tried really hard and was still gaining weight. So for me, a little bit of my brain, whilst I want to get, ideally I'd love to be off Mounjaro, you know, but I'm never saying never, because part of me thinks, do I even need like a little tiny dose just always running in the background? I just don't know. What I do know is that my back pain that I had every day for 7 years went within 4 weeks of being on it, and that's obviously down to inflammatory things within my body. My allergies and things have massively improved. It's just peculiar. I don't know. So the honest answer is I've got no idea. We'll see. We'll navigate this journey together. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, guys, that is week 38 update done. I'm not going to cry today. I just feel elated. I think last week it was just that realization, like, oh my God, I've done it. I've lost the weight. So what I would say is, if you're at the start of your journey, you're seeing your weight loss, for me, one of the things Mounjaro gives you is the belief in yourself, the belief that actually I can lose weight, I am losing weight. And for the first time ever, I think you believe that you can reach your goal weight. Believe it, guys. It is a reality. Honestly, for the majority of people, it is a reality. If the GLP-1 that you're on isn't suiting you, talk to your provider, see if you can switch to a different one. You know, people that haven't got on with Mounjaro have switched over to Wegovy and vice versa. There's loads of new ones just on the horizon that are going to be coming up as well. So just Don't rush up the doses. Trust the process. Be happy with tiny losses each week. Don't be in a rush to have massive weight losses. You're just damaging your metabolism. You know, you're losing muscle, not fat. And if you lose loads of muscle and then you gain your weight back after trying to do maintenance and end up back at the same weight, you're actually probably going to be in a worse state metabolically, because you'd have lost that muscle, but you'd have regained back that weight as fat. So you're probably going to be bigger than you were before. You may weigh the same, but you're going to be bigger. You're going to be fatter, and you're going to be metabolically in a far worse state, making it harder for you then to even eat a normal amount of calories and keep a steady weight. It's just, honestly, the science behind it is amazing. Look up muscles and metabolic health and all of that. It's just so good. I'll do some little videos about this in the future, but I just find it so interesting. Anyway, that's it, guys. Over and out for the weight loss section of my journey. Please make sure you come back next week to see how week 39 / week 1 of maintenance has gone. You can follow along in my daily vlogs just to see how I'm doing. And yeah, but thank you so much to all of you for supporting me, for being my friend, for just, honestly, you're incredible. You are fabulous. So take care, guys. I'll see you all next week. Bye for now.